Well, welcome to this online revision session for AQA D1, which we're looking at the June 2010 question 3 on minimum connector problems. So you can see in this particular problem we're given a network of 10 towns and the time in minutes to travel between the towns is indicated on the edges. And in the part A of the question we've got to use Kruskal's algorithm, showing the order in which you select the edges, because that's critical to being able to illustrate that you've used Kruskal's algorithm and not Prim's, to find the minimum spanning tree. You've also got to state the length of that tree and draw the minimum spanning tree. So it's probably worth you drawing the tree as you list the edges in order that you are using. So with Kruskal's we look for the minimum edge. So we can see the minimum edge here is from H to I. So let's start by drawing that edge on our diagram, H to I, and that's a length of 6. So in our list we will put HI 6 as our first edge. Now we look for the next longest edge wherever it is in the diagram, and so that looks as though it's D to E, so we will draw in D to E on our network, and that is a length of 8. So we'll put that in our list to show it's the second one that we have used. Now we look for the next longest one in our diagram, which would be I to J, which is 9. So we can draw I to J on our diagram. Oops. So I to J in there, that's a length of 9. That's I to J. Once again, put that in our list, which is 9. Next one we can put in, as the next shortest would be I to G is 11. So we can put that one in, so that's I to G. 11. Put that in our list. Next one to put in, well, AB is 12, so that would be the next one. We wouldn't use JH, by the way, because that would create a cycle going around from H to I to J. So that's ignored. So AB as 12 would be the next one. So that would go somewhere about here, would be A, that would be B somewhere over there. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, remember, it's only got to be topologically equivalent. So we put that in our list, AB. Remember, we've got 10 towns, so we need 9 edges. We've done 5 so far. So we need to find the next largest one that we can include, which would be CG, which is 14. So that would go up to here. So we add that onto our list. Next one we can include, well, we wouldn't put, BF is a 16, and that's the next largest one that wouldn't create any issues with the circuit, so that would be B going down to F, which which will be 16 on our list. 7 edges down, 2 to go. So let's see, well, B is 17, so that would be the next one to put in. So that's B to E. And finally we need one more. Next smallest one, well, FI is 19. I don't think there's any others that are going to give us what we require. So we'll go from F to I, which is 19. And we can see that has now created our tree. We have 9 edges in our list. Our list, you notice the length of the edges is ascending, increasing as we go down. Okay, so that would have seemed to be appropriate. So if we also now total up that list, add them all up, we get an answer of 112. So, using Crisco, show the order in which you select the edges for your 10 towns. So that is what we've done on the left hand side here. If we got at least 6 edges, no cycles amongst them, then that will give us a method mark. If we got 9 edges, even better. If IJ is the third one, that gives us an answer mark. And if AB is the 5th one, that will give us an additional mark. And if BF is the 7th one, that will give us a mark. And if they're all correct, that will give you an additional mark. So that gives you a total of 6 for being completely correct. For stating the 112 for part B, we'll give you a mark. And then for drawing your tree diagram, if you've got a tree with at least 7 drawn edges, that is, that'll give you a mark. If you've got 9 edges, that'll give you an additional mark. And if they're all correct and all labelled correctly, that will give you your 3rd mark. Then part D, it says if Prim's algorithm is used starting at B to find the minimum spanning tree, which would be the final edge? Just 1 mark for this, for stating the final edge. Well, we're starting at B. So B would go to A first, it would then go to F, it would then go to E, and then E would go to D, then F would go to I would go to H, then I would go to J, I would go to G, and finally G would connect to C. So the edge that would be finally constructed would be the edge CG or GC, whichever way being appropriate. And so that would give you 1 additional mark. Well, hopefully you found that solution helpful. For more assistance with your maths revision, please go to the Further Maths Support Programme website.